Welcome back. All of the info is at the end of the video and some tips and secrets. Welcome back, Sagittarius. We're here to do your reading for the month of March. Let's get into it. Number one, we do have a star sign subscription launch. The information is at the end of the video, and we do have a twin flame subscription too. It's online on the website, and we are live for the twin flame path every Friday with additional content. Now, intuitively, what I'm seeing coming through for your star sign is the last few months and the last 18 months potentially, because you were very much going through a transformation over that 18-month cycle. A lot of you can be feeling super tired. It can be getting lighter as we move in through March, but moving into the new moon, I am seeing it's almost like you're trying to calm down. You're trying to get to this point that, you know, you're looking at that inner self. You're looking at, you know, recovering, healing. Wounds may have come up, and that may have been surrounding home, family, mother energy. And again, it's funny because I'm looking at the milk and honey. Pardon me, milk and honey. Now, this is really in your intuition. It's that we do mean the best. We always do mean the best. We know that when we say, when we're going into a situation, gently articulating how we feel, it works perfectly, generally speaking. We can't really change what other people do, but you know, you're wanting respect. You're wanting people to understand how you feel. But again, it's so ironic how in a shadow phase, and this is where we do mirror work. Mirror work can be what we need. You know, usually it comes out in a mirror sense. And so our direct reality, if it isn't showing us the same, it can be because existentially, internally, spiritually, we are feeling we are not honoring our true calling and nurturing ourselves and feeling loved, you know, feeling heard, feeling understood. I do feel a lot of you had got quite tired and quite run down, and especially from your past position. Looking at your cards, you can see that you have been juggling a lot. It's almost like I see, I see the Joker who's juggling things, trying to balance things out in life. It's really given you very little time at a personal level to give to self. It has been this huge sacrificial, you know, sort of eat, pray, repeat sort of energy. I feel it's because of that. You know, again, you're still recovering, so you might be a little bit sensitive, feeling run down. Some of you feeling as though all you're doing is waking and sleeping, you know, and really working, but not really getting that time. So it's funny. We have the node energy coming up relating to the past, which makes perfect sense. Number one is in astrology, inside of your zodiac, because I'm a psychic medium, I cover astrology, I'm an intuitive, and I'm a soul coach. So I do tap into all areas to give you the best I possibly can. With the nodes, it is a frequency surrounding the moon. It takes on an energy. We're currently in the North Node in Taurus and South Node in Scorpio. However, we were in the North Node of Gemini, the South Node in Sagittarius for 18 months. Now, although we are in the new year and the new nodal energy, we're still recovering. Part of Venus retrograde was coming from last year's energy over to now. It then went direct. Mercury then went retrograde in that same location, dipped into Aquarius. So we're still really feeling like we were going no steps forward, 20 steps back. A lot of psyche, a lot of emotions, a lot of value systems changing. There could have been projection around us, feeling under pressure. So it's natural for your zodiac sign, having been in the South Node, evolved through the people you were connected to, now kind of sticking up for yourself and saying enough is enough. But there's a difference, okay? So in one sense, we can go to extremities. We can be like, how do I explain it? It will calm down. I can say that you're going to be able to harmonize both you and other energies, but at the moment it might feel a little bit lopsided. That's about the best way I can describe it. It's natural for you to be feeling those vibrations. So you're in recovery mode. You're feeling like you're repeating cycles. You're feeling like, you know, it can feel trigger worthy that anytime we're moving forward, we're hitting a wall. Honestly, any human being on the planet is going to get frustrated. So for you, in your heart, you know, you kind of feel like no matter what you're doing, you're going in circles. You feel that there is this spiraling coming up inside of you. And it's this cycle of life. There is a new cycle coming in. For some of you, can be quite fertile. For some of you, it's almost like, you know, sometimes we can look at fate and destiny and the term karma, and we can be thinking one subject matter. So some of us, when we hear the term karma, we can think, oh goodness, you know, this is really bad. Others of us can be thinking about, oh, karma, or, you know, we're getting paid our dues. So it depends on the cup in which you're feeding. It depends on the mindset. When we're tired, it's usually the polar opposite. It's the more negative polarity. So have you been through a bunch of very unfortunate events? Yes. Has this evolved you? Are you yet to see the full potential of who this new version of Sagittarius is? 100%. I do feel if you have had a tower moment, I do feel there's going to be some success. I do feel what you felt was huge and problematic is going to calm down. I do feel when it does come to your life purpose, it is going to be a new chapter. The frustration is articulating how you feel to individuals, to get back to that heart-centered energy where people directly can hear what you're saying. And I feel this chopped wood energy is like needing to cut things out. Sometimes that of what we need is what we cut out, and that can be accidentally so. That can be from a protective mechanism, right? So it can be, gee, you know, this person hurt me, I can never forgive them, so I'm cutting them out. And really what we're needing to do is realize that, okay, yes, we can create a healthy boundary, we can have an emotional response to a situation, but it's usually, when it comes to that pressure point, it's usually 101 other things that are going on simultaneously. So is it stress at work? Is it stress with our friendship groups? Is it financial situations? Is it lack of inner harmony? Something is being shown here, and it is giving you this treasure chest. It's you're working so hard, you're doing so much, and sometimes less is more. So I feel this week we're going to be slowing down. It's going to take you into the energy of, you know, it can potentially take us into the energy of lack, but from lack we gain light. One analogy I gave, and it was in one of the subscriptions, is that I think it was Virgo actually. The analogy of the fact that generally speaking in life, when it's dark, we think it's bleak. But the funny thing is when we look up, the stars are shining within that darkness. So there is that clarity that does come from sitting in darkness, from looking at, okay, the acceptance of where we currently stand. It may not be where we want it to be. It may have been very hard and adverse. But when you realize what your star is, what that dream is, and we directly decide to not cut it out and say, hey, I'm not going to dream, we move into it and say, okay, what directly could I do? Is that dream worthy of abandoning? Is that thought, you know, am I alone in doing that? We all energetically on this planet are alone when we're facing our fears and demons and moving into dreams. But through darkness can come light, depending on the seeds, and you're needing to move into the heart space. Some of you have actually almost reached that goalpost. Some of you could be doing something that's very brand new. It is going to get, the work that you're doing is going to give you a leg up, okay? You internally do know, you're going to get a phone call. You internally know that something at a foundation level is changing. I feel my guides are showing me to, during this moon, to sit with the energy. And although the moon is occurring on the 2nd, be in awareness that it's going to resonate for most of the month. We're going to be working on that in the yin and yang effect of both the intellect and the 3D, and pouring a heart energy in, which is manifestation, and at the same boat jumping in and actually riding that wave, not getting into the ego and saying, hey, you know, well, I haven't had that success in 24 hours, so therefore it's not going to be. No, it's a commitment to a sense, and especially because Jupiter is taking us, and your Jupiter Jupiter is taking you on the ride of your life. Jupiter at the moment inside your star sign is connecting to your 4th house. Again, shadow work, inner child, co-creative energy is a creative source. Moves of home, changes in residence. Could be purchasing a home. But there's growth there. It could be, like I said, an expansion, connecting in with tribe again, actually realizing that sometimes when we feel like the black sheep of the family, sometimes it's what we have to move into so that we can have that direct spiritual connection. But I do feel overall there's growth, there's expansion, there's changes, there's pressure relating to it. I also feel, you know, there's going to be a person that you do make peace with. There's something from the past you're making peace with. You may not be ready for it, but this inner peace is realizing that nothing is ever really taken from you that isn't yours. These blessings are coming. What you're planting, in a sense of a seed, are going to come full 360, but it is a physical choice, and that was one way I really did describe it inside the subscription hub. It was, you know, in life at the moment, universe can give us beautiful stars. Universe can give us these portals, these windows, and we can look at it. And again, it does make sense. You know, Neptune is the bringer of truth. It's the innovator. It's let's test things. Let's try some things out. If we're standing on the fence with that seed, with that egg, and not planting it, then we're stuck, right? And so it's a bit like, you know, you've been sent the life raft, something's happening and you're not jumping on it, but, you know, we're waiting for divine guidance. Divine guidance during this Pisces moon is being given. There is going to be a choice between a left and right. There are lots of changes that will be connected to that, being that it's a 5. But in the long run, the bigger picture is this cycle, this circle, this spiraling of your heart chakra calling you to address this area, calling you to dream the dream, to have faith in you, to have faith in the process, to let go of what hasn't worked and use what didn't work to your advantage. You know, it's a process of elimination, you know, especially in business when you think about it. You can go into a circumstance and you can go, gosh, I keep hitting my head against the wall. This isn't working. This isn't working. And then you finally go, well, hang on a minute. This is a process of elimination. I have eliminated ways that it won't work. Now let me try something different with that information. And because we did have the North Node in Gemini for 18 months, you now know who you are. You now know what you're made of. You now know what you will and won't put up with in a connection. A friendship, a connection. Is it becoming vulgar? It could. But it's expressing the inner truth of how you feel, what you are ready to manifest, and it's bringing you home to self. 4th house is home. It's bringing you home to self. It's asking you to be gentle on yourself during this time. But I do see at the heart of it some really fantastic energy coming straight through the middle. In a sense, could you be mending bridges? Yes. In a sense, could you be referring back to old dreams and trying them in different ways? 100%. What is the outcome? They're asking you to jump in with this situation and to see it through. I will see you during the month. If you want to come through and see the star sign, we do connect into business astrology, your employment, unemployed, singles, couples, separate twin flame hub, masculine, feminine, karmic. Come through and have a look. Love and light. Take care. We do bring weekly content to you that does have extensions. If you need the link, it's directly below. Very separately, on a very exciting level, we have the Star Sign subscription being launched. It will be open before the end of the month and launched for March 2022. We also have the Twin Flame subscription. Now, both of these can be bought in duo, and with the duo packs and the higher levels, we do have the free guided meditation video and audio tracks, which are being added to. 2 extra channels, as I mentioned, lives during the week on Friday. Click the bell for the notification, and I'll see you on the other side for your star signs. For private sessions, my contacts are below.